The Stonewall Riots took place at Stonewall Inn on June 28, 1969. The inn was located in New York City on Christopher Street. Stonewall Inn, despite its name, was a gay bar run by the Mafia. During the 1900s, this was not an uncommon occurrence. It was also not uncommon for gay bars to be raided by the police. One bar that was often raided by the police was Stonewall. During the second raid of the same week, the patrons of Stonewall Inn decided to rebel. The riot lasted a total of 6 days but had lasting effects on the LGBTQ+ rights movement. The Stonewall Riots marked such an important event in queer history that we still celebrate it today with the annual Pride Parade. Police raids weren't the only kind of discrimination queer people faced during the 1900s. Very few, if any, laws were in place to protect queer people from discrimination. In fact, neither sexual orientation nor gender identity was included in the Civil Rights Act, which is known to be a huge advancement in terms of equality. Even up to this day, the U.S. doesn't have a clear federal law protecting LGBTQ people from discrimination. Queer people also weren't allowed to join the military in the late 1900s. In 1982, the Department of Defense officially put in writing that homosexuality is incompatible with military service. And then, in 1993, Bill Clinton signed the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. This policy barred openly homosexual people from joining the military, but also didn't require people joining the military to reveal their sexual orientation. Since the 1900s, the U.S. has made some great strides, the most well-known accomplishment being the legalization of same-sex marriage. In 2015, a court case known as Obergefell v. Hodges was brought to the Supreme Court. In a 5-4 vote, the court ruled that both bans on same-sex marriage and bans on recognizing same-sex marriages were unconstitutional, therefore legalizing same-sex marriage across the U.S. Despite making great progress, homophobia is still present in our society today. In a survey conducted by the Trevor Project in 2019, they found that 71% of LGBTQ youth reported discrimination due to gender identity or sexual orientation. They also found that 2 in 3 queer youth reported another person tried to convince them to change their sexual orientation or gender identity. Queer people have been fighting for their rights in America for a long time. Despite making up a decent percentage of the American population, LGBTQ people still face discrimination. With that being said, as time passes, more and more people are beginning to see that the label American is a lot more diverse than we thought. There's no doubt that we still have a long way to go, but equality is an uphill battle many people are willing to fight. There's no denying that the spirit was present at Stonewall and continues to be present today. So if you see queer people donning pride flags on June 28th, remember what this day means to them as American citizens.